I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Luna Moonie joins us. Hi.
Hello, hi.
Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Luna Moonie, a teddy bear cosplaying VTuber. I make cosplay content and stream miscellaneous games on Twitch, and yeah.
Yeah. Plus, a talk show host.
Oh yeah! Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah. We're working on season 2 right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a bit, but when did you get started in VTubing?
I think it's coming up to 2 years, but I've
Mm.
always been into like streaming for the past maybe like 15 years.
Whoa.
So, yeah, I've been online for quite a while.
So, like, before you were even born.
Well, I'm 26, so
No, man, I'm kidding, of course. But
I
for
know.
but for a while, you've been online. So it's
Yeah,
so
I've
what?
been online for a while.
So you've been making content for quite a while. Um,
Yes.
or just gaming it to start with, or what?
Um, so my like content creation kind of started in like the fandom scene.
Mm.
I had a YouTube channel where I was partnered with the company who makes a TV show called Winx Club.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like an early 2000 show.
I do remember that.
Um, yeah, so I used to work with them in terms of like content creation and everything. I still currently work with them on like my cosplay side,
Mm.
away from VTubing, but it kind of started over there.
So you got to go in early with this.
Yeah.
You became
I th-
corporate before corporate was cool.
I think I was about 12 when this all happened.
So how did that happen? I mean, did you couldn't just fallen into that, did you?
No, so like you know how like everybody comes from like making animated music videos of like TV shows and things?
Right.
That's kind of how where I started. And it just kind of like blew up and then it slowed down and then now it's blowing back up and now I'm a VTuber.
Well, yeah, it's a folks are saying, she's wasting her time, and then the company gets a hold of you.
Yeah, it was definitely it started out for like fun stuff and then they wanted to team up and now I'm just like I make content. Yay.
Well, it sounds like it found you before you found it.
Yeah, yeah. It all stemmed from my love of the show and
Yeah,
love for content creation, so
yeah. So when did you start doing gaming online?
I've always played games, but
Hmm.
never really online. So I started out as like a Mac user,
Hmm.
which if you've tried streaming from a Mac, you know it's not stream friendly. So I didn't start actively playing games probably online until about 3 years ago.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Fairly recently.
so your content before then was more like creative videos, that type of thing. Was that what you mostly did online?
Yeah, a lot of that, and then I have a cosplay YouTube on
Hmm.
like the side
Hmm.
that I haven't really touched in a while since I started VTubing,
Hmm.
but I also like did stuff with that, and so it went like AMVs, cosplay, VTubing.
Well, it sounds like you've been a very creative person for quite a while. Um,
I try.
yeah. Are you an artist?
No. I mean, I don't know, 'cause like people call cosplay an art.
I think
So
so.
it depends on what kind of art you're talking about.
Well, I mean, you're putting together the outfit, aren't you?
I am. I have won multiple awards.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
I
yeah,
I would call that art. I mean, I
thank you.
I mean, some of the stuff that the cosplayers have to do, really have to MacGyver some things to put some things together. I mean,
Cosplay has taught me like so much. Like
mm,
I've done voice acting, I've done video editing, I've made costumes, I've done skit writing. Like it's so much.
Jiminy Christmas, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you go ahead and take over the show. You've done more than I have, that's for sure.
If you ever need help, hit me
Yeah.
up.
Well, you got your own show. We'll talk about that here in a bit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the when did you get started with the VTubing? Just a couple years ago?
Yeah, about it'll be 2 years in February.
So why?
Uh, so I'm a plus size cosplayer, plus size person,
Hmm.
and being able to be a VTuber and not show your face is kind of where a lot of plus size girlies or guys go.
Hmm.
Just because plus size people aren't very well received online.
You're talking
Um,
to the choir here, young lady.
yeah, that's kind of why I started VTubing. Aside from like my love of anime and being very intrigued with VTubers, like I thought it was cool.
Hmm.
So I kind of just like did it.
Well, it allows you to be yourself without being yourself.
Exactly. Like people don't I think my idea is like people don't they don't care about what I look like. They just enjoy my content, and that's all I could ask for because I have to filter out words on social media about that.
Mm.
I get a lot of hate.
Well, it's unfortunately sometimes it comes with the territory,
It does, yeah.
and a lot of that is just ignorant people, unfortunately, who just want to throw, you know, throw pain in your Cheerios, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And some people are just like that. But it seems to me, if you've been keeping it up this long, you're a lot stronger than that.
Oh, yeah, I've learned to grow with it. I've gotten used to it. Like that stuff doesn't bother me anymore,
Mm.
but I would still prefer to one day not show my face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right now you've got a really good situation for yourself. You get to continue to be creative
Yeah,
and continue to entertain people. Evidently, that's
that's
something
true.
you've wanted to do for a while.
Yes, yes.
Well, I mean,
Yes, I do enjoy it.
yeah. So, how has it been for you with uh, VTubing? Has it been everything you wanted it to?
Um, yeah, like I've met a lot of wonderful creatives, and some of my best friends have come from that.
Hmm.
So it's been definitely rewarding. I've met so many wonderful people. I got to meet Iron Mouse, which
Mm.
I think is very cool.
Hmm. Yep.
Um, she's like somebody I really look up to,
Yep.
and I don't know. It's just been very rewarding.
Mm.
I want to change the VTubing scene, which I feel like everybody wants to do,
Hmm.
but I feel like with my cosplay stuff, I could reinvent something. So like in VTubing there are things called like lore and lore videos.
Right.
Um I plan on recording like live action lore videos with like me and my cosplay, and that's something that hasn't really been touched in like the VTubing community. So
No, no, nothing
I
like that
I want
really.
to push it forward.
Well, you've got all the background for it. I mean, you've already done the writing, you've done voice acting, and you.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like that is right in your wheelhouse.
I think so. And I have people who I'm also like a photographer, so I do like cinematography stuff, and like I have people all around me that could like help me with it, and I think it would go well.
Can you fix my car too?
Until now, unfortunately, I know nothing about cars.
You're the Swiss Army knife of VTubers.
I know, and I wanna do something with all my abilities.
Well, you are. I mean, you're obviously entertaining people, and
Yeah.
you've done it for so many years now in different ways that
Mm,
that obviously you've got the ability and talent to do it because otherwise people wouldn't be watching. Uh,
that's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
plus you've got the resiliency to keep going when I'm sure not everything has been a walk in the park for you. So
No.
you got that going for you too. That's
Mm.
my hat's off to you for that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So when did you decide to do interviews and do a talk show format? Talk to the paw, I believe it
Um,
is, isn't it?
so I've always really liked Jimmy Fallon's TV show and like the interview shows where you can like have guests on and interact and talk about like their upcoming projects, who they are, like etc.
Right.
Um I have a friend who runs a fandom podcast like related to like the whole AMV era, like we're in the same fandom, but she runs a podcast dedicated onto that, and she kind of like inspired me to actually start it.
Hmm.
And then I saw other VTubers doing the talk show thing on YouTube, and I was like, wait, I could do that. That's such a good idea. So it's kind of like where I started with that.
You get it. One of the things that's been
Yeah.
great about doing this is there's so many people with so many different backgrounds. And
Yeah.
everybody's got a different story as to why, how, what can they do.
Mm.
Like you're the first person I know that's been doing this since they're 11.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own thing to it, and to be able to talk to them, um, and get that story out is very big. And
Mm.
you've got a much different angle than say I will, because I'm coming from the
Yeah.
complete outside. You're about as inside as
Mm.
they go. You got a lot of
I
different.
guess so.
Yeah. So
That way.
has it been easy for you to, first of all, get guests, and second of all, to get their stories out of them?
So season one of my show was mainly just a lot of my friends, and I had some like larger VTuber guests on the show as well, and I've become friends with them. So season one was like friends
Hmm.
with like some sprinkle of surprises.
Right.
Season two, I'm doing friends, but there are more smaller agency VTubers that are gonna be in it. I'm not gonna say specifically who,
No.
but I'm going more away from my friends and learning about other people.
Well, that's great. I mean, and there's plenty of people to talk to. Uh,
There are multiple, yeah.
yeah, and I see that by your posts that you have a long list to schedule.
I think so far I have 10 people.
Yeah.
I try to do one episode a month, so that's already like a year worth of podcasts.
It is.
It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, well, people already know that they've seen for the year. The folks that you
Hmm.
have on, it's just going to grow more and more and more each time. And obviously, you're
Yeah,
doing a good
yeah.
job with it because people still want to come on.
Yeah, it's still in like the early phases and we're still growing every episode.
Mhm.
But I'm very excited where season two will take us.
So, what did you like the most about doing that? Talking with someone, just kind of. It's not really an interview; it's more just talking with them, isn't it?
Mhm. It is, yeah. I like getting to know their background. So the way my show works is we talk about like their background, what made them want to be a VTuber, anything they're working on. So like I like learning about what they're doing in the community and how they plan on changing the community if they plan on changing it.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
it's very informative.
it is, and the thing about shows like that, and frankly
Mm,
like this too, is
mm,
the host has to be interested in what's going on, because
yeah.
if you're not interested in it, the audience isn't going to be interested in it either, and the guest
Oh
isn't going to
yeah.
be interested, and it's just not going to work. It does happen
Yeah.
sometimes, but hope it doesn't. Uh, but
Yeah.
it sounds to me like you've got that curiosity that's going to keep you going.
I am a very curious person, and they say curiosity kills the cat, so hopefully not yet.
Yeah, but you're not a cat.
Not yet,
You're a
no. You
bear.
never know.
it's the it's,
Yeah.
it's the bear paw that they're talking to. So
Yeah.
so
It's a play on words.
it's a play on words. It's great to see that there are these opportunities for folks to get their stories
Mm.
out, and there are people who are interested. To me, I'm heartened by the fact that you want to do this, because
Hmm.
there are a lot of people who take interviewing and talking to people,
Hmm.
not in the same type of. They just want to make names for themselves,
No, yeah, yeah,
and trash people and that sort of thing. Um,
yeah.
there's not a lot of plain old talk. Just
No.
just meeting people, and it sounds like to me you've got a really good attitude with this.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying my best. I posted that Twitter post that like initiated the conversation with us
Hmm.
about looking for guests with season two, and there's a lot of people I feel like under that, not necessarily under the post, but like who have messaged me wanting to be on the show just to be on it,
Hmm.
like because I have established, I guess, a following in a way, and I feel like they're using it for clout.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't
sometimes,
know. I've gotten some DMs. Let's just
so-
say that.
sometimes, you get to situations, and I've been talking to people now for 35 years at least,
Hmm. Hmm.
and sometimes it starts off that way, where
Hmm.
you bring somebody on and they're thinking it's going to be one thing, and then you break through. You talk with
Mhm.
them like they're human beings.
Yeah.
They're putting their pants on
Yeah.
like you are too, or no pants on in case in some cases, I guess. But but
Yeah.
and then once you break down that little bit of barrier, that little fan
Mhm.
service barrier, then they get to talk like
Mhm.
human beings, and it becomes such a great interview. It it
Yeah.
it really does. Have you had that happen yet?
Not necessarily. Yeah, maybe perhaps with some of my friends, because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them are shy.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like bringing them on the show and talking to them, I think I've broken them out of their shell in a way.
Cool.
Um,
That's neat.
yeah.
That's and when you get to the end, everybody's got the time limit, although some years go a
Yeah.
ways. But
Yeah.
when you get to the end of that and you realize that the time has gone by so quickly you don't even recognize it. The other person is
Yes.
is satisfied and talking easy with you. You've got everything
Mm.
and you want to keep going. That means you've done a good job.
Yeah.
And sounds to me like you've got everything set up.
I try. I try my best.
Yeah. So we're going to have links to everything that you're doing up on the description for this video up on a
I
YouTube.
appreciate it.
Absolutely, because I want to see this. I want to see this and what you're doing continue and continue in a
Oh,
very
thank
positive
you.
way. Now, what else are you
Thank
doing
you.
online besides that? What are your games you're playing right now?
Okay. Some of my favorite games are like first person shooters, so
Hmm.
like Fortnite, Overwatch. I'm currently building a Minecraft server for my friends and I.
Hmm.
It's gonna be like this series kind of thing. It's called an SMP, so it's gonna be a Minecraft multi-person server.
Okay.
Where there's gonna be challenges and everything. So we're working on bigger projects. Um, I'm still trying to figure logistics out for the live action lore video
Mm.
that should come out sometime next year. Um, Currently on stream, I did a hand cam the other day, meaning like
Oh.
I showed my hands,
Oh
but
no.
I did like sewing and content creation because I have a few really big contests coming
Mm.
up
Yeah.
that I am in.
And you
So
broke the fourth wall. No.
I did.
You've already busted that thing a few times, so
Yeah,
back and forth
yeah,
and
I
back and
have.
forth. So there ain't no wall there. But
Yeah,
the the
no.
the ability to do so many things online though is not only just good for the channel, but it's got to be good for
Hmm.
you too. I mean, you obviously like to express yourself in many different ways, and
Hmm.
this has really given you that chance.
Yeah, yeah. Streaming and content creation has been able, it's a way for me to express myself in, like you said, multiple different ways between the different mediums that I do.
And you add that to the cosplay, and yeah,
Yes.
that's a lot. Now, I understand that cosplay isn't something that I would do because,
Hmm.
that the only thing I could cosplay right now is a giant egg. But
Oh,
I don't know if I do that very well. But
no.
the fact that people are able to do this and put so much effort and time and ingenuity into it. You think
Mm,
people
yeah.
realize how much goes into a cosplay?
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Mm,
Like I've said, I've won multiple awards for my costumes.
mm-hmm.
And each one of those costumes more or less took about 6 months to 2 years to make.
Oof, boy.
So I put so much love into my costumes between picking the fabrics. I do like custom beading. My one costume I just finished in December had 15,000 rhinestones on it.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, all hand done.
God.
Just want to put that out there.
Did you have any hands left for the hand cam?
Oh my God. No,
That
oh
hurt
my
that
God.
that hurts my hand.
Yeah, I had to take breaks. That took me a total, I want to say, of 7 months. It was a
Whoa.
long time.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that is a lot of
Yeah.
work and it shows me the dedication that you do to these things. You
Yeah.
want it to be
Thank
good.
you.
You want it to be better than
Yeah.
good. You want it to be the best you could do.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
always aim for the top,
Yeah.
which,
And that's good.
If I feel that way for myself, then I know I've done a good job.
It's very tough when you're your own critic, though.
Oh, it is. It's so hard.
How do you keep on the cosplays from
Mm.
fiddling with it?
Uh,
When it's
you
supposed
mean
it's
like,
when it's done, you're like, maybe I do this little here and no, get away from it. It's done.
oh, my friends kind of help me with that. There's this thing called Con Crunch
Yeah,
where like you're making a cosplay within a short amount of time before like a convention.
right.
Um, they tell me not to do that. I just posted on Instagram last night something about making a cosplay for a convention that's in a month, and they're like, please don't, because they know how extra I am with it. So they really keep me grounded and keep me from not being crazy.
Because one takes one arm, the other takes the other arm, and your legs are kicking out.
Basically, basically.
Must change it. No,
Just one more rhinestone, one more.
I've got two more left. They can go somewhere.
You gotta use them all.
And that's the mark of an artist. Artists are never quite satisfied.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at my costumes sometimes when I have them on and I'm like, oh, I could have done this differently. And I try to like not have that mindset because I know how good my costumes are.
Well, yeah, everybody
So,
does at this point. You
yeah.
got the awards to prove it. But
That's true.
no, that one little voice in the back of your head, I could have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes a lot.
Oh, I'm so glad to meet you here.
Oh,
I just think that you got a great thing going. I wish you the best with
thank you.
the talk show. It's you've got a great attitude for it, and you've got a great angle for it. Um,
Thank you.
where you're coming from, you're going to be able to get a lot of great answers from your guests, and I will um, support you 100% as far as that goes.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you got in season two.
Oh, thank
That'll be coming up soon. What's big on the channel coming up? You got any big deals coming up?
you. Okay. I aside from season 2 of the show, we
Right.
have some amazing guests coming.
Ooh.
I have a new VTuber model coming.
Oh.
I'm learning the rigging and everything myself. That'll hopefully be ready by the end of the year. What else? Oh, me and my friend, I haven't announced this yet, but we're doing our first cover. So we're
Really?
releasing a song.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I got to hear that.
We hope it turns out really good. We're kind of both nervous about it, but
Mm,
it's something I'm passionate about, and it's a really good song. It's about mental health
mm,
and accepting who you are, and it's gonna be okay. It's a good song.
yeah, it's one that we
And
all need to hear and
definitely,
and
definitely,
abide by because everybody's got their own thing. Sometimes it's a good thing,
definitely,
sometimes it ain't a good thing. Uh,
definitely.
but
It's got a good message.
good. I want to hear that when it comes up, and maybe once you get
Of
that going, we'll
course.
sneak you back on here and do a little wrap around with it for a special. How about that?
Oh yeah, we can invite my friend too.
Yeah, we'll get you both on. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm writing that down right now. I'm going to do it before you do it. How about that?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's funny because I wanted to have you on my show.
Well, if you anytime you'd like, I'll do it. I
Yes,
just
we'll
don't.
figure something
We'll
out.
figure something out. But I'm writing that down. Right, open my pen. I write that down. Okay. But anyway, I do appreciate it. I think you got a world of talent, and you're going to have a lot of things coming up
Thank
for you.
you.
People need to find out what Luna Moonie's got going on, and we'll have all the descriptions. We'll have all the links in the descriptions for this particular
Yay.
interview, and we'll get you on again really soon. Okay?
Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for having me. It was so nice to talk to you.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.